Hello again, this is Ian, CEO at We Are for Wellness. And actually, where are you?
I'm in North London.
North London. And who are you?
I'm Eva, with a medical background, and doing breathwork and massage as well, and providing with a lot of medical background into the breathwork and massage, so expanding in this kind of way.
Right. And we're going to come to that in a minute. Okay. So look, I was asking you actually about your surname. So Croatian. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that right?
Correct.
Croatian? That's the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Croatian. Yeah, it's we are hard rocks.
And so before we get into the wellness side of things, a bit about you then. So your whole interest in the holistic and wellness world, where does it start with you?
Yeah, so it started actually very early, when I was, as a kid, having a lot of questions, like why we are here, why this has to be that way, why it doesn't have the other way. And so the grown-ups like around me didn't have any answers, except they said it. And I was like, who they? What do you mean they? And then I went on my own discovery, through when I was a teenager, like as a rebel, to breaking our rules, to testing it, like what goes, what doesn't go, but like in a nice way, in a good way, not something drastical. I was going more towards the sport way. So I went into the gym, tested my like levels there and in many different areas in life. And there was also as well, I'm very connected emotionally. So I experience, I don't know how to explain this actually. I experience emotions like on a another level. So whatever you feel, I can get like into that feeling and feel it so strongly, like as it was happening to me. And also it is a lot of things that in general interest me, how the body functions, how the mind functions, why we think and say and do things as we do. And this background then, and that take me actually to the medical school then, which then I explored about the body and the mind, and it's all interesting. So I've been to a lot of places and just by testing my limits, and just by that I do feel like I understand a lot of people, and even more when I'm now learning about psychology, where is like all this coming from. So it's very, very interesting.
Um, I love it when I meet people that have that natural curiosity that, the modern world hasn't yet squashed that in people. Because children, it's meant to be, isn't it? What's this? Why is that? And somewhere along the line with modern education systems and the way the world is, it kind of like, doesn't sort of encourage that. So something in you held on to that by the sounds of it and pursued it. You did something about it. And from the way you talked about it, it's, lit you up, it's provided education, and it's led you somewhere. So, breath work. Let's talk about that then. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I stumbled upon breath work, maybe like 2 years ago, something like that. Um, because my grandma, who passed away last year, she was having cancer, so she was the one who was doing everything like on the rules, following the rules of society, let's say. Nothing wrong, but she was, I guess, internalizing a lot of emotions and didn't know how to manage with it. And like she wasn't smoking, nothing, but she was having lung cancer. So I was like, okay, it's nothing about the outside, but it has to do with inside. It has to do with something much more and something much deeper. And from basically that pain and sadness, I stumbled upon breathwork. And also because of me, because I was having so many ideas about so many things and I didn't know where to turn. And I was looking something where is like mind-body connection, emotions, psychology, and a little bit of sport, and like all in between. And this is where I stumbled upon breathwork. Went onto my first session, and on the first session I was crying. So I was like blown away. Like, how is that possible? I had no reason to cry at that moment, that day. And it was until then I'm like, I need to teach that. Like, I need to learn, I need to get the certificate, I need to get the course. And from there it all started. And when I saw this has to do with psychology and how people think a lot, and it impacts in you, it impacts all the areas in your life, I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm doing that for the rest of my life, because I'm not gonna go into the medicine and stay there, because this is the last point where you go, where it's already almost too late, or where you have like big problems. But let's do and teach people like before, with different modalities, techniques, tools, to learn and like balance out your day-to-day life, so you can go and live the life full of energy, healthy, and not go to the illness part, where it eventually is going to take you if you have daily bad routines. So to prevent the illnesses, we start from day to day rather than going to the hospital.
I'm totally with you in your thinking, and it's back to that kind of, idea and philosophy, really, of, prevention is better than cure. There's an intervention before. Wonderful. So, are you working online with your breath work and in person? Are you preferring one over the other?
So I do work both, but it happens to be for my clients that they are currently in London, and they actually prefer to see me offline, where they can feel the energy. One of my clients described you have a powerful hug. I don't know what that means. I guess just because I'm present when I do hug people, and I'm a hug person who loves to hug people rather than shake hands. But obviously, I asked before. Anyhow, it is yeah, it is something that I guess people love, that contact and feel that vibe in person, which makes me happy actually.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely, and both work, and we have a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah, absolutely.
providers who do both. So somebody comes into We Offer Wellness, and they're looking for breathwork in London. They find you, they read your description, they see the photographs that you would have had, they watch this, and they go, "This is the person I connect with." We connect you together. Where do they come? Where do they come for the in-person session? Do you use different venues, or your home? Where would they come?
Yeah, so I have one room in Wood Green, and I have one room here in Westone, which is quite close to me. And also, if they prefer, I can as well can come like in their home, like home visits.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that we wanted for this company, to make wellness accessible in whatever way for people. No more excuses, please, people. There's no reason to not get connected and to not come and find either as well and have this experience. So look, thank you for that. We could go on for a long time, and hopefully you're one of the people that's going to be doing one of our workshops at some point. I think you'd be great to come and, talk to people and, take people through some breath work.
Absolutely.
Anyway, something that we're introducing, a wellness tip, and I emailed you and you told me a little bit about it. Something in brief that someone can take away as a wellness tip. What would you say to them this week?
Okay, so I would say it's okay to have a moment where you bored and have nothing to do, and you don't touch your phone, you don't have any company, it's just you and your heartbeat and your breath. And you can stare at the clouds, even if that is gloomy clouds as it is London. But just take a breath, listen to your breath, where does it flow? Listen to your heartbeat, and just be present in the moment with feeling what is around you. Use your sense of what you feel on your skin, like where you're sitting, if there is some breeze, if you may be outside, if you feel the sunshine or something on your skin, um, just to smell what is like around you, or maybe you eat something before just to taste what is around you, like you can touch and see what's the texture, listen and look around yourself, and you're gonna feel 100% like oneness and love, and it's gonna be like a deep healing experience.
Wonderful. That would be a lovely tip of the day. And we have plans for that. Thank you for doing this today. And people, please come and connect, come and have an experience, come and explore, and we'll see you very soon. All right. Thank
Yes,
you for doing
absolutely.
that.